Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and today we're going to be discussing Winchester's new cartridge, the 350 Legend. So the 350 Legend just came out this year, SHOT Show of 2019, so very early in the year. Just a little bit of a precursor to that, what led up to the straight wall cartridge hunting phenomena. In 2014, the NRC allowed for straight wall cartridge hunting in Michigan. So there was three sort of parameters you had to meet. The bullet had to be .35 or larger. You had to be a minimum length of 1.16 and a maximum length of 1.8. So that was a very narrow window of cartridges. A few years later in 2017, they decided to just get rid of the sunset provision of that law. So we had the rise of a few more straight wall cartridges, namely the 450 Bushmaster, which was available previously commercially. But it wasn't really popular until this happened. Then we saw everyone started hunting with the 450, and the 450 is an absolutely great round for taking down deer, hogs, and whatever game that you're wanting to hunt. At least in the Michigan, Indiana, Ohio area, with Pennsylvania included there, but you can take it to other states as well. It is legal in other states. So Winchester saw the 450 and they saw it rising in popularity and thought, we think that has a few shortcomings. What can we do to solve the problems that the 450 creates? Because while it is an excellent round for hunting, that doesn't mean it can't be done better. Now, before you come at me with pitchforks, I love the 450. I think the 450 Bushmaster is a great round, so I have nothing against it. But if it can be done better, I am all in favor of that. And I think Winchester has taken a good shot at that. So this is their first new round in 15 years that they've come out with, and I'm kind of liking it so far. At least it's a nice looking round. It has a few main benefits. The first is recoil. So if we compare the 350 Legend, which is what this looks like here, to the 450, you can already see that it is a much thinner bullet overall. It's actually shorter as well, but it's a much thinner bullet. The 350 Legend holds about 21 grains of powder, so there is not going to be a lot of recoil for you there, which is going to be much easier to get follow-up shots, sustainable shots, and for people of all ages and sizes to shoot the 350 Legend in a hunting rifle. If the manufacturer is any indication, almost every 450 Bushmaster specific rifle ships with a muzzle brake already attached on it. The 350 Legends do not. So if the manufacturer preference is any indication, take that for whatever you think it's worth. But all the 450s come with muzzle brakes and the 350 Legends do not. And if you ask people that own 450s, they will not take that muzzle brake off. It's just not worth it at all. Unless you have some sort of tack stamp and a suppressor, leave that thing on there because it's far too uncomfortable to shoot without the muzzle brake. From what I've seen, the 350 Legend is exactly the opposite. It's pleasant to shoot. It's easy to get follow-up shots even with a bolt action because it is so low recoil. The second benefit is equal performance. So the 450 is taken down to your left and right, but it's very large. It's almost too large. I don't want to use the word overkill, but you definitely have more bullet than you need. The 350 has seen great success with its ballistics and what should be able to take down a deer. So if we actually look at the ballistics on the boxes here, the muzzle velocity of the 450 is 2,200, and the muzzle velocity of the 350 is 2,100. So very close. However, there is a great disparity in energy. So energy at the muzzle for the 450 Bushmaster is 2,686 foot-pounds. Energy at the muzzle for the 350 Legend is 1,762 for the comparable Winchester hunting rounds. So there's a great disparity of energy, but that is still plenty of energy to get a double lung shot on a deer, or get through the chest cavity of a hog that you're trying to take down. So you don't necessarily need all of that bullet to take your deer or your hog, is what I'm trying to say. The third benefit is the cost. So the 450 for 20 rounds of hunting ammo, you pay $36.99 just for the Winchester. There is a variation in price there, but just the box I'm looking at here is $36.99. A comparable offering in 350 Legend from Winchester is $22.99 for 20 rounds. So you're saving more than $10 there. And this is because of how the bullet is put together, or rather what it is put together from. So the 350 Legend is actually based on a 223 Remington casing and a 350 size bullet, or at least a 357 diameter bullet. So if we look at a 223 from Winchester, just by comparison, you see it's the same length casing. There is, of course, some different forming that they've done. I believe it's a 3-step process to turn this casing into a 350 Legend. But they have a variation in the actual ramp after the rim of the cartridge. Of course, it has a much wider neck to take that .355 bullet. And then it's got no taper at all. There is a slight taper from rear to front just to assist in feeding, but it's still considered a straight wall cartridge. So you have a 223 casing with minor modification and a .355 bullet. Now, SAAMI specs allow for a couple thousandths of variation, so a .355 bullet is still classified as a 357 round. These are made on the same machines as 9mm bullets. So, I mean, how much 9mm and 223 does Winchester make? Short answer, a lot. Those are the two most popular rounds in America right now today. A close second, 308 and 38. But it's very easy to see that those are in high production right now. So if you can take the 223 casing and the 9mm bullet, and not have to switch out machines, switch out dies, buy new machines or anything, you can keep the cost down and make it more affordable for the hunter. Finally is ammo capacity. Both the 450 and the 350 are AR-15 compatible with obviously a different barrel. The 450, you can only fit 10 450 rounds in an AR-15 magazine. You can fit 28 of the 350 Legend round because it is, of course, the same diameter casing as the 223. Now, they're not tapered, so you do have to allow for they're not filling that bend at all. There's a slight bend in an AR-15 magazine. But you can still hold 28. So you have a lot more ammo capacity for a round that will get the same job done as the 450. So in summary, the 350 Legend has a lot less recoil, just as good a performance as the 450, with a little bit less energy, of course, but it will still take down a deer. It is a much less cost, saving more than $10 for comparable rounds for one box. And of course, you have more capacity if you're looking to get an AR-15 style deer gun. So next week, we are going to be reviewing the Ruger American in 350 Legend. We're going to get some of these rounds, we're going to scope it up and actually put it on paper and give you guys a look at the accuracy of this round out of that platform. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and we will see you next week.